Hi, I'm Josh, and welcome back to Guild Wars. Last time we managed to find the dragon's lair, the prophet, the rebel, the hero, and we're going to get some counseling from her. I've, excuse me, I've done some upgrading for my team. As you can see, we can now field 8 characters at once, which is quite nice. I've got Telcora with us, as well as Gwen and Norgu. I've given them a very specific skill, Inspired Hacks. What that does is it removes a hex and then transforms into that hex. Now that sounds quite nice, but what's even better is if it removes a hex that only monsters can cast, that players can never use, it recharges instantly. Now, we're going to be fighting Glint, and hopefully defeating her. And one of her abilities is, actually, 2 of her abilities are hexes, which are going to be will need to be removed from all party members. Having a spell that removes a hex and regains 7 energy every time you cast it will be very useful for that. I've also given Livia that ability, as well as a second hex removal spell. Actually, I shouldn't do that. I should remove revealed hex and change it with something else. I've already got Life Siphon on there. Order of Pain is a bit useless. Let's do Vampiric Gaze. It steals health from... Actually, it costs a lot of energy. Okay, let's see what last ability we shall give Livia. She's a new addition. I have given her Spoil Victor, which is going to be very useful against any boss. Whenever a target foe attacks or casts a spell on a creature with less health than that foe loses 95 health. Sounds quite nice, don't it? What spell should I give her? She can also do some energy regeneration, just like Olius, which should get some of the pressure off him. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 energy for each foe in the area. That's quite nice. But there's not going to be multiple foes. Let's have a look. Blood magic is going to be the main thing. I don't want her to spend too much energy. Dark Bond. Whenever you receive damage, closes minion. Nope, she doesn't have any minions. Awaken the Blood. You can +2 blood magic and curses. Nah. Order of Pain is going to be useful for me. Blood magic doesn't have very many cheap spells. That's the problem. Okay, Ravenous Gaze. That's an elite. No elites, please. I guess we can look to the basic abilities. Signet of Lost Souls and Foul Feast are energy regain. So I've given her some both of those spells already. What else can I possibly give her? Price of Failure, Spirit Shackles. No. Enchantment removal? Ether Feasts. If I lose energy, you were healed. No. You know what? Let's do... almost done. Strip enchantments. Nah. It's not damaging enough. Well of Blood is nice. Dark Pact. Deal 45 damage, shadow damage to target foe. You know what? Sure. If she dies, she dies. So that's going to be my party. I've got Telcora with me for the laser beam. I might be the only one in melee, so I'll use Wild Blow to remove any stances on the dragon. And Pain Inverter, so that every time she does damage, she'll hurt herself. Let's get this party started. So yeah, we're currently inside the sand grain that houses Glint's lair. And the only way through is through the portal. Glint does not often accept visitors. If you wish to meet her, you must wake your way... Whatever. Defeat the 6 facets of the great dragon prophet, and you shall be granted an audience. Step through this portal to begin your journey. Yes, please, Forgotten Gatekeeper. This is also why I'm not using a minion master this mission. Nice. Each of these 6 facets of the dragon have a different quirk to them. This one, the area, most of the area, gives you -3 health regeneration for everyone. So our healers will be kept busy. This is why I've got Olias and Okora, but also this woman, Zandra. Zandra is also a ritualist, and she's a healing ritualist. She's got communing, and I think, yeah, she's got communing. And Olias has got restoration magic. So they're both quite useful as healers. Ritualist healers do best healing large groups. Monk healers are best at healing tanks or single persons. I don't have any monk healers, but I've got a monk with smiting prayers that does some healing on the side. Let's get that Forgotten Sage. Yeah, we're going in and out of that degenerate domain of health draining. While you're in this area, you suffer from health drain. Yeah. The most annoying domain is the domain of knockdown, and normally I'd have an ability to prevent that. Sadly, I'm already under pressure to use what abilities I have optimally. I could have brought someone with group knockdown prevention, but I don't feel like it. It won't be necessary for the dragon, so why bother? I've focused all my team building on the bonus, which means that eventually I'm going to have to change the loadouts of my characters once again. I was considering giving Gwen a different domination magic elite skill, but it should be fine. I think the enemy has effectively infinite energy, so she'll be a good damage dealer and interrupter. I've already got an ability to punish enemies for the enemy for attacking with Spoil Victor, so that's going to be fun. Forgiveness? That's Lissa's job. It's my job to arrange the meeting, says Gwen. Yeah. Lissa is the god of mesmers, the god of pure magic, the god of... Ooh, hello, facet of light. That's one of the 6 dragon facets. It's got a quite nice elite skill, which is gives an ally health regeneration and armor. So it's a panic button for any protection monk. I like protection magic. It's better to prevent than heal. They're not very good at direct damage, protection monks, but they can toughen an ally up really well. So that when the direct damage happens, it kind of doesn't. But when the damage has already gone through and you have to react, that's what healing prayers are better at. And what I just said for protection magic also goes for communing for ritualists. They are prevention. What I said about healing is also true for restoration magic in ritualists. And then there's the attack magic for ritualists, which is calling a bunch of offensive spirits to bombard the enemy. What's this? While you're in this area, your movement is slowed. Let me guess, archers. Lots of archers, yeah. It shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, those archers are going to approach us, I think. Yeah, we need to not get close to them. We need to stay well away. See these, I'd almost call it asbestos bushes. The glimmering Christmas light decorations of spun glass. Okay, where are we headed? I think we're headed this way. Not entirely sure, but I think so. We can't get up there yet. Yay! We're gonna get bombarded. And once again, I don't have any blind protection because that was not the plan. I think my necromancer, Livia, that I brought, has foul feast, which lets you take conditions away from your allies. Let you eat your allies' conditions, a sin eater, if you will. And that gives you energy and stuff. Livia seems to be doing pretty good on the energy front, and on the health front as well. And she can blast enemies with Dark Pact. Yeah. It's quite nice. And I'm blinded again. Livia, would you kindly? Oh. Yeah, it was on cooldown. I guess this is going to be the ranger facet, because slowing enemies down is most beneficial to the ranged damage dealers. I mean, there's a mesmer facet as well, but they're better off interrupting. Facet of nature, called it. Fun fact, these 6 facets don't just correspond to the player classes, they correspond to something else as well. This is the facet of Mordramoth. Well, do they correspond? I don't really know. They could. Nature sure does. The Crystal Dragon Saga in Guild Wars 2 is really about the father of Glint, the dragon we're going to be meeting as a father, and her father is going around absorbing all different kinds of magic. So getting these 6 different facets of magic from Glint will be indicative of what her father's story arc is going to be. And that's like written 10 years later, so it's going to be based off this. Okay, this is the mesmer thing. Forgotten illusionists. Oh boy. And crystal spiders at that. Crystal creatures are also going to be the minions of that dragon, Mordramoth. No, not Mordramoth. Krakatoric, I'm sorry. Krakatoric is the father of Glint. Krakatoric is Glint's father. Mordramoth is more like her uncle. Okay, let's dance. So I'm seeing these creatures, and I am getting flash forwards to Guild Wars 2. Fighting in the Burnt Scar, or whatever it's called, across Char lands. Ooh. The Facet of Chaos. Yeah, this is definitely, if my theory is correct, this is definitely her dad's magic facet. This is Krakatoric's magic facet. I actually assembled Livia's skill set myself. And I'm hoping I did a good job. I don't actually know what the facet gimmick for here is. I'm guessing it's the terrain that is supremely hostile. Again, like I said, a slowdown would also be nice for Mesmers, and they can do that, but they've got a hex for that, and these Forgotten Illusionists keep spamming it. As you can see, the architecture here is ideal for ambushes and spellcasting over ledges. Yeah, like this. The hostile terrain thing also seemed like a bit of a single-player final exam. The last 3 missions were for multiplayer. This is essentially a little dungeon hazard course, complete with the final boss if you want to do the bonus. Which we do. We're going to be fighting Glint. Not to kill her, not even to challenge her, but to challenge ourselves, and to show her we are really strong. Facet of Chaos. Doink. Thank God I brought some text removal, huh? Oh, and she does get out of the way of the death beam, which is quite useful. Because, like I said before, either they don't get out of the way of the death beam and they die, or they do get out of the death beam and they don't attack during the process. Okay. We're going to be so high on morale boost that we're going to be up to maxed out well before we hit the final boss. Let's go to the third facet. Excuse my sniffling every once in a while. It's the end of the weekend. I was actually quite busy. Ooh, rock eater scarabs. Oh. Domain of energy drain. Now that's going to be interesting. Hey, Livia, could you top me up? Thank you. So I've got some energy regeneration from Livia. Because I'm wielding a hammer that doesn't let me regenerate energy normally. Or rather, in normal circumstances, I get 1 energy regeneration pip. But in this area, I get 0. This facet is designed to wear you down. And yes, we can tie this facet to another Elder Dragon. Zaitan, as in Satan. The one who destroyed Or. If you're wondering where all the zombies are coming from, the Elder Dragon of the Dead, of Death and the Undead. I can actually switch to my bow and actually get some measure of energy regeneration back. This is an interesting bow because it doesn't require me to have anything, so it does less damage, but there's no requirement for the damage. Hey, Livia, could you give me a bit of a boost? Thank you. Yeah, she has to walk up to me to do it. Oleas's elite skill doesn't have that limitation, but it does drain him of more health. Also, it's an elite skill, so... These are literally the only 2 energy regeneration skills that can be shared. The blood rituals. Blood is power and blood ritual. They're quite good. They're quite good. Gib. Thank you. I'm actually getting more energy regeneration than your average warrior. It's a real good power magnifier to have people who can add energy regeneration. I put it on Livia because she's going to be specialized in blood magic anyway, just like Oleas. But Oleas is going to be busy healing. And using his elite skill for the same job. So he's literally better at it anyway. Meanwhile, Livia is going to be using Spoil Victor, so she is going to... how do I phrase this? Livia is going to be doing half the job of a Mesmer and half the job of Oleas. Yeah. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot. Who was it that I can... Raza. Yeah, that's the one. Raza, could you give me a Strength of Honor spell? Thank you. This segment also gave people a Death Explosion ability. That's Death Nova. Death and Magic Necromancer can do that too. Okay, this is the Elementalist facet. If I wanted to stretch, I'd add this facet to either... I'd actually add this facet to Primordus, the Dragon of Fire. Fire and Force. And Violence. Right. And Jormag is the Dragon of Mind, Ice. Let's make the first segment about that, but it's not. Now this is where the comparison breaks down. We're over half already, though. We still need the facet of elements and the facet of strength. Actually, let's make the first the first facet about the sea dragon. Yeah. The first facet of this crystal about the sea dragon. And then make the last facet about Primordus, and this facet about Jormag. Then it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't. No. I just like talking about the Dragon Glint's parents and uncles and aunts. And grandma. After this, we're going to return to the main campaign. But this entire arc in the Crystal Desert is essentially foreshadowing for Guild Wars 2, accidentally, and for the third campaign, which is Guild Wars Nightfall. Because it's on the continent of Nightfall, and the dragon stuff is going to be expanded massively in Guild Wars 2, so I love it. Fight. So, the main thing elementally about this area is these zones that do damage. They're ward zones. Actually, they're like different elemental storms, like firestorm, ice, and chaos. I need to not stand in the chaos storms. Whoops. Okay, these guys knock you down. So I think the facet of strength is going to also be the knockdown area, where you get knocked down every 3 seconds or so. Something like that. It's going to suck. Because we're not prepared for it. Instead, we're prepared for fighting the boss. Facet of the elements. And stun. That works at least. I could have actually changed out my Earthshaker for something else. Just like I wanted to change out Gwen's elite skill. Because we're only going to be fighting one enemy. Earthshaker's for groups. Second to last portal. Time for the last facet. Facet of strength. This is warrior based, obviously. We got the ranger, we got the elementalist one, the mesmer one, the necromancer one. This is the last one, this is the warrior. First one was a monk, like I said, protection monk ability. What do warriors hate? Knockdown. And I'm a warrior. I hate knockdown. I mean, warriors also hate energy degeneration, but everyone does. Ooh, that's quite a long knockdown. I need to be careful. Whatever. Okay, and they've still got the crystal creatures, which are presumably, yeah, they're specialized to deal with knocked down enemies. This is gonna suck. Okay. Crystal Spooter. Ooh, it's a crystal bridge. I do like that because it's translucent. For all their faults, their reflection and translucence game in this, their graphics engine is very good at reflections and translucence in this instance. I think this is a custom engine, back in the day where that was common. Yeah, but the Guild Wars system, Guild Wars 1 system, is really good at reflections. It's actually bugged out once when I had a graphics card failure and it made it worse. The floor can disappear and then you get reflections instead. Those can run infinitely high. That's a nice bug to have. But that's also because my graphics card was getting defective at the time. As you can see, reflections. It's really cool. Come on. At least the spirits kept fighting. I like spirit ritualists. They're good. I should increase my Kurzik title track to increase the power of the Save Yourself spell. I should also finish the Cantha quest to get one more hero and convert Raza into a Mesmer. I should also give all my heroes correct equipment for their jobs. And then maybe I could even specialize some heroes for certain tasks. Because I've got a stable of many more heroes than the ones I'm using now. So I'm essentially at endgame, but I'm still not quite finished. I have more I can be doing. There's just other games I'd like to play more. Facet of Strength. After this is going to be the big deal. How long does Pain Inverter work? 10 seconds. Yeah, that means I'm going to wait until the... until Glint is like half health before I do Pain Inverter, and then also do Wild Blow. Because Wild Blow is going to remove her stance. She's only going to have a stance. Crystal Spikes, I think it's called, or something. Her Crystal Spikes stance, Jagged Crystal Skin stance, is dangerous. It might kill me. That's why I'm the only melee.
It was almost 800 years ago when I foresaw the Flame Seeker prophecies. You have ascended and awakened the gift of true sight that lay dormant within you.
Yes.
The moment has finally come. You are the chosen I have been waiting for. While you've been in the desert, the rest of the world has changed. Let me show you.
Finally. We've been here.
As you know, those who you once called friends have become enemies.
Yes.
Their souls are darkened by a deep secret.
Yes.
The unseen gods they speak of are nothing more than a terrible and fearful race of spellcasters known as the Mursat.
Mursat.
As I have foreseen, the Mursat will meet their demise at the hands of the Chosen. Their stranglehold on the lands of Kryta and beyond will be broken. For years, the Mursat and their human disciples have hunted down the Chosen, murdering them to prevent the prophecies from coming to pass. But you have slipped through their fingers, and your friends now pay the price. The one called Marcus betrays them as he betrayed you, and if you do not hurry to their aid, none will survive.
Yep.
Many have already been taken captive. Their souls will be reaped upon one of the 5 bloodstones, just as the chosen you witnessed being slaughtered in the Maguma jungle.
Yep.
If this happens, no magic in this world or any other will bring them back. Of the future, this you must know. Your story does not end in the mountains. Your true destiny will lead you to the west, to the Ring of Fire. Seek the flame, for within it lies the power to destroy both good and evil.
Yes.
This portal will take you to the Shiva Peak Mountains. I know you have questions, but there are some things you must know, and others that you must discover upon your journey. Go now. Save your friends. They will not last through the night.
Yes. We need to save the Shining Blade from the Might Mantle and their Mursat gods. The Mursats are one of the other races that was laid low by Glint's parents, Glint's uncles and aunts. The ancient dragons awoke, and all the elder races died, became nearly or completely extinct. One of them was the Forgotten, who hid here in the Crystal Desert. Another one of those creature species were the Mursat. Remember the Eye of Janthier? The Mursat homeland are the Isles of Janthier, which are here. So what I'm saying is the Mersat are the evil versions of the Forgotten, and they have some incredibly powerful magic. They can smash us. Oh, speaking of smashing. Hey, Glint. I touched her egg. Let's drop the egg. Defeat Glint. Raza, kindly boost me. Glint is level 31. Save yourselves. Okay, let's get started on Pain Inverter. She's got Jagged Crystal Skin on. I need to stop that. Come on, 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 come on. We can do it. Crystal Bonds. That needs to be removed. No such thing as overkill. Bonk. And we did the bonus. Now, she isn't dead. She's just been knocked out. As for the Dragon Eggs, they also play a part in Guild Wars 2. This was awesome. I'm glad I brought Livia. And I'm glad I brought these abilities. Now I need to reset all my heroes again. So, oh yeah, this is Draknar's Forge, the capital of the dwarves. The dwarves are our allies, and the Shining Blade are our allies. So the next place we're going to be going is, I think, the Ice Caves of Sorrow, then the Iron Mines, and then definitely Thunderhead Keep. Welcome to one of the endgame areas, the Southern Shiver Peaks. Fun fact, in Guild Wars 2, these are going to be thawing, and only the Northern Shiver Peaks will remain.